Appreciate you. Thank you. Good morning. Buenos días. ¿Les dijeron que va a ser en español? ¿No? Todo va a ser en español. It's great to be here. My name is Ruth Escorcia Rodriguez, and I just found out this year that I have to start using these because I can't see the small letters anymore. So my first time using them. So when I look up, you guys look blurry to me, so I have to look down. So I apologize if my eyes look a little funky. Okay, I'm gonna use your laptop here. Okay, I hope that doesn't. Oops, I think I did change it. I want to thank Kevin Cisneros and the Nahrep organization for inviting me to be your speaker today. And it is an honor for me to join forces in educating the real estate industry here in the Inland Empire. Many of you must know that I am a realtor, and yes, that has been my calling for the last 24 years. But I never would have imagined that being a realtor would have helped me discover my passion for Hispanic homeownership. Naturally, being a Latina, I'm originally from Nicaragua. I was born out there and I moved here when I was 10 years old. I am a fluent Spanish speaker. So it was very easy for me to connect with families that speak Spanish so I can listen to them, hear their concerns, and also understand their needs. I became very intrigued by the fact that the hardworking Hispanic families did not have the same opportunities. Generation after generation, when people don't have the same opportunities, that's going to create a big wealth gap. In other conversations with the families that I was working with, I would hear that their concerns were mainly about financial distress, the low income that they would earn, unemployment, no credit history or low FICO scores. And all these concerns were just very, very concerning and alarming to me. In fact, some of these families may even wait until their children are 18 years old and working a full-time job so that they can help them qualify to buy a house. Does that sound familiar to any one of you working with these families? So I'm sure this story is not new. So it was really hard for me to accept that these families thought that there was no options for them, that there was nothing that they could do. So that's when I discovered that was the most meaningful part of my job, was to find those options, to find those results. Little did I know that there was an organization that existed that shares some of the same passions that I have. And that organization is the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals, Nahrep. It was founded by Ernie Reyes and Gary Acosta in 1999. Nahrep is the voice for the Hispanic real estate industry, with over 40,000 members and 100 chapters throughout the US. And your local chapter here is the SoCal Inland Empire chapter, which some of my board members are here today. Wave, guys, wave. So yes, they're here locally in the Inland Empire chapter. Nahrep is a purpose-driven organization that is propelled by a passionate combination of entrepreneurial spirit, cultural heritage, and the advocacy of its members. Our mission is to advance sustainable Hispanic homeownership. Nahrep accomplishes this mission by educating and empowering the real estate professionals who serve Hispanic home buyers and sellers, by advocating for public policy, by facilitating relationships among industry stakeholders, real estate practitioners, and other housing industry professionals. Your SoCal Inland Empire chapter has advocated directly here with Congresswoman Norma Torres to discuss the need of affordable housing here in the Inland Empire and the housing crisis. This chapter also advocates directly to Governor Newsom and the state representatives to fund more programs in the state budgets so that more Californians can pursue the dream of owning their home. On the national level, we have Nahrep. They hold the largest conference in Washington, D.C., which is called the Homeownership and Wealth Building Conference. At this conference, industry deal makers and industry leaders, government officials, high-ranking housing and real estate executives get together to network and mastermind about the policies that should be exposed to help homeowners. Nahrep's education, one of my favorite qualities is one that is called the Nahrep 10. And this was something that was introduced to us by our founder and CEO, Gary Acosta. The Nahrep 10 is a series of 10 principles designed to help our members create wealth in all aspects of their lives. Your SoCal Inland Empire chapter focuses on these principles to bring educational events that will cover these practices. Wealth, being in the top of 10% of your profession, living below your means, minimizing your debt, investing, knowing your net worth, being politically savvy, your physical fitness, being generous, being active in the lives of your family. With Nahrep's culture, our local chapter hosts an event called A Taste of Latin America. And in this event, we highlight the local Hispanic business owners who share their stories, their success, their struggles, because they do have them. And we bring local Inland Empire restaurant owners, chefs, food vendors, music, folclóricos. We highlight local artists and influencers so that they can network and create partnerships with our community and our real estate professionals. Tomorrow, there will be a US-Con meeting in which it's a Hispanic construction conference happening, so Nahrep will be there to make those connections, and this is to put the constructors in front of commercial and residential projects that are being held in the city of Riverside. So we are excited to be part of that as well. Nahrep also hosts business rallies. So these are tailored to give the information to real estate professionals to grow their businesses and bring their business to their next level. These events offer business insights, sales strategies, marketing tools, educational opportunities, and inspirational sessions. You'll hear about current state and future outlooks of sales, a deep dive into powerful referrals, and real wealth building tactics. Nahrep also loves their members. So we do have what's called the Nahrep Top 250. Has anybody ever heard of the Nahrep Top 250? Awesome. So Nahrep does recognize its members every year. The most successful agents and mortgage originators from all the cities across the country are closely considered for the Top 250 award. So if you know anyone that should be nominated, go on our website to nominate, whether they're a realtor or a mortgage originator. Each candidate brings a unique story of their personal triumph, and we want to know about it. They have overcome any type of adversity. We want to hear about their devotion of their trade and their everyday work in their local market. Nahrep Latitude, that is a combination of business sessions led by the nation's top real estate practitioners with cultural elements showcasing Latinx music, film, and cuisine. It is an expo hall featured with full of different type housing industry companies. Nahrep also has, during that conference, they have the Hispanic Wealth Report. So our organization is very focused in our Latino wealth, and Latitude exposes the enormous market that the Hispanic represents in the US. Hispanics are the new American mainstream. The largest corporations are starting to pay attention, and a few of them are beginning to notice us. The Hispanic market is growing. Were you guys aware that right now in California, 40% of residents are Hispanic? There's an opportunity for you to work with them and help them become homeowners. So we are the driving economic growth in the US. I want to close by sharing with all of you that there's still so much more work to do. We need to change the narrative for the Hispanic community. We need to close the Latino wealth gap. And how can we achieve it? Well, we can start by educating our real estate industry about having a homeownership mentality, an investor mentality. We can start by showcasing the successful Latinos who are leading in closing that wealth gap. We are the driving force. Latinos have talents. If not, let's ask Bad Bunny. He's so successful and he only sings in Spanish, right? Lastly, I want to challenge each one of you to stop thinking transactional. Start thinking of creating your own wealth. Start with you. Start with your own family. Start with your neighbors. Start with your clients. Set a goal this year, if you've not already, to purchase your first investment property, and then the next one, and then the next one. I want to challenge you to educate your family with financial terms, and do the same with the people that surround you. Network with people that are creating generational wealth. Learn and teach others to do the same. I want to commend each and one of you for being here today, because you are that bridge. Because if you're a realtor, a lender, title, escrow, home inspector, or anybody that touches any real estate transaction, you are that force. You are the ones that create that generational wealth. So it is our responsibility, and we do owe it to our families. So we must start now to create a legacy for the next generations to come. Thank you, guys.